Today is a special guest because this particular guest has always or is currently being trained by Arvin, but also was trained by me. So I think she's the only client, I'm not sure, in our roster, actually I'm pretty sure, that has been trained by two machas. And in fact, she is a machi herself. So this is Shobana. Shobana, you want to say hi to the people?
Hi everyone. It took me only 6 years to deserve a seat here. So
hi
proud
mom,
of
I'm
it.
famous.
Hi mom, made it to Babel Macha's
Your girl
podcast.
made it to TV. So Shobana is actually here because we've realized that a lot of the previous episodes involving guests, especially women who've broken out of the general norm or pursuing greater levels of success in the fitness industry, tended to be more resonating with our audiences, and the viewers, the listeners truly or genuinely enjoyed listening and watching. So that's why we brought you on, but also because we feel that your story and what you have to share today will be really beneficial and I believe inspiring to a lot of other listeners, female individuals out there who are looking to do what you do or have done what you have. So to also know that they are not alone. So that's why we thought it would be a perfect opportunity for you to share your voice. Are you nervous?
Very, but thanks guys. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Okay, so let's kick this off. For people who don't know you yet, who is Shobana outside of being a coach and coaching?
So outside of coaching, a very ambitious person, but not necessarily very loud about it. I'm never the loudest person in the room, but always the one observing. I take my Spotify playlist very seriously. I'm the one who always leaves the party the earliest.
Bedtime.
Right. Sorry guys, gotta go. Gotta be up at 5 tomorrow. But if you ask my friends, I'm the one who you do stuff with. Things that bring you closer to God. Like jumping off a cliff, firing an AK-47, stuff like that.
I was thinking closer to God at the church. Okay, that's good. So it's good to know that you have a very wild side to it. Like adventure is something that you seek. Very nice, very nice. Before fitness became your career, what was your life like in corporate? What kind of person were you then? Like maybe you started with like what did you do in corporate and what kind of person were you back then?
Long story short, I was all over the place. I graduated as an engineer. I never practiced it. I was in event management for about a good 3 to 4 years. And then I left it because it became too mundane for me and it was too exhausting physically. And then I went into corporate learning and development. So that was my last job or last role before I pursued coaching. How was I like as a person? Nothing much has changed, to be honest, but I think I was a bit more of a reserved person, like keeping my head down, getting things done.
I think that's what I told you at one point. I feel like I told her that people are gonna notice you. You gotta speak a little bit, and then you started seeing Shobana posting reels and information.
Yeah.
I was like, because I feel like she had a lot of talent and a lot of things to say, but she was not saying any.
I was just good at being behind the scenes because, that's what I was doing during my previous jobs as well. But I think eventually I had to step out.
Can't really be a reserved person in a line of like coaching, especially when you want to show people that you actually have something to contribute, something to bring to the table, to the industry, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine yourself becoming a coach?
Not at all. Not at all. I enjoyed fitness for myself. Like I was in CrossFit, I was in kickboxing, running, this and that, but never thought that I would be actually interested in teaching people exercise, coaching people. Although the people around me told me that I should, but I never believed that it would be a financially sustainable job and what would other people think.
Is it a financially stable job now?
Oh yes, definitely.
So then what was that moment where it made you realize that corporate's not for me, I'm going to do this?
I was doing coaching part-time while I was working. So before and after office hours, I did that for 2 years. Just wanted to try out to see if I was good at it. It's not because I love doing exercise or that I love lifting. I had that extra time in hand, and I think this was around the pandemic area. I was also going through pay cuts, pay deferments. I was like, no, let's use the time to develop a skill or try something out. So this is what I did. And after 2 years, I thought, hey, look, I was starting to build a clientele already. I was also doing some sort of online coaching as well, like virtual PT and also remote coaching. And then there was a part-time opportunity that came about, and I did the
coaching line
maths.
as well?
Sorry?
In the coaching line as well?
In the coaching line.
Okay.
Yeah, it was with a gym. So I thought if I put my what I get from my clients, I was thinking about financial stability, obviously. Of course, you can pursue what you love, you can pursue your passion, but it needs to make financial sense. You need to pay bills at the end of the day, right? So that was my main concern. So I did the math. I was like, if I fail miserably, can I sustain for the next 1 year at least? And eventually I took the leap because I was getting exhausted doing things that wasn't meaningful to me. It wasn't fulfilling. I didn't come from a toxic workplace. A lot of people who have left the corporate scene to pursue something else, to be self-employed or to build something of their own, a lot of the stories are like, oh, I had a terrible boss. I came from a very, very supportive environment. My boss at that time knew that I was doing this part-time. So I feel that whatever I worked for, my previous role, essentially prepared me for what's ahead.
In what way?
I was in a client-facing role for a good 7 years, although I was dealing with corporates. But that communication, connecting with people comes so easy to me now as a coach. And of course, I wasn't in corporate. I was working with 2 startups. And you know, when you work with startups, you do everything. If you're on business development, you're also dispatch, your logistics, your finance, your legal.
Kind of like when we start our own thing.
I mean, that's interesting to see that you had rather good experience in corporate, but despite all of that, you still left it to pursue something that you're more passionate about, which is actually a great thing. I mean, considering that I think you learned a lot of things from your corporate world and you could apply that into your coaching life without any real negative connotation about how your previous job was.
Yep.
You're not carrying baggage from that era.
Yep.
You're just pursuing what you actually really like. But going back to the leap that you took to leave corporate, and of course, at some point you realized it made some financial sense. And I bet you already had enough doubters at that point. If it's not, most of the time probably it's family. Been through the same story.
Yeah.
Okay, people are going to ask you like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to like leave a stable job that gives you a monthly pay to something that you may or may not earn? Clients may or may not cancel on you and those kind of things. There's a lot of uncertainty in that world, right? What was your point of which you felt like, I'm confident I can actually do this?
So throughout the 2 years of me doing it part-time, I actually took the time to develop myself. So I did basic certifications with Infit Malaysia, and then slowly I eventually did ACE. And I thought, I'm qualified now. So knowledge is there somewhat. I have a really good group of people around me. I'm talking about a few close friends, even my colleagues at work, and even my boss. I think something I still remember until now. The day when I decided to resign and we had a chat about it, I said, I'm scared. I'm scared to do this. He said, don't worry. Regardless if you're going to go on your own or you're going to work somewhere else, with that attitude you carry, you're going to be fine. So that gave me that boost to somehow make the leap. My friends were shouting about it around like, oh, look, my friend's a coach now. If you need support, you need a personal trainer, you need a coach. She's the go-to person, very reliable. And they knew nothing about my capability to coach. All they knew was that friend who showed up during meet gatherings and in parties and
That's
stuff.
what you need. That's a real support system.
Yeah.
Hype team all the way.
They're there.
Like they know like she's doing that, she'll figure it out.
Friends and my sibling and my sister-in-law. But I didn't tell my parents when I resigned. Only much later on.
I see. So do you still wear work clothes and come back home? Change the car.
Yeah, just like work clothes underneath.
Till today, I always tell this to everybody. Whenever I follow my parents for their medical checkups or even if it's a family gathering, everybody asks, so what does your daughter do? She's a personal trainer. But she studied engineering, okay?
That's not your parent, that's Indian parents.
That's Indian parents.
I don't know, these children nowadays, they want to pursue.
Must tell them this child studied something.
But I think eventually they came in, they won't like disown me. But I guess it's also how you carry yourself. If you're not a problematic child, I mean, you don't come them, I need money, I need this, I need that, and you show up for them when they need to, then I think.
For the longest time, my mom still thought that what I did for a living was teach group classes. Like, come on guys, you can do it. Like I'm doing it with them on stage. Like the Jane Fonda videos, all that.
Yeah, I was just thinking, imagining you like tight.
Yeah, less tights. Less tights. Curly hair still there, but less tights.
You know, gelled up curly hair.
And so then, like, I brought my parents over to the gym the other day for the first time, and then they were just like, someone was like, so what do you do? I'm like, okay, I have to find the simplest iteration.
Yeah.
This is where ChatGPT comes in hand. You just ask them, okay, explain this like she's 5. That's it. There's a prompt. That's all the prompt you need. But yeah, we get it. Like it's the explaining to your loved ones that you're going to leave a corporate job, regardless of what it is. To be a personal trainer in a gym is not the easiest of conversations.
So in summary, you need a lot of courage, knowledge, and good people around you.
And
I
turmeric to make the food just in case they get angry. Okay, so then we've actually answered quite a few of the questions we had regarding to you making the transition. I'm sure there was one or maybe more moments in your journey that you actually questioned yourself whether you made the right decision.
At the start, yes, it was still very uncertain. But after a while, I eventually never looked back because, as what I mentioned that day, whatever I did from the time I graduated, the jobs that I took on, the roles that I played, it eventually prepared me for what I'm doing today. And a lot of things are easy today because of the things that I did before. Like when it comes to clients, when it comes to managing my finances.
So, what was the most uncomfortable part about breaking into the fitness industry for you?
I just didn't want to be seen as just another person who enjoys lifting, who now wants to become a personal trainer because everything else failed for her.
It's like, there are those that just see this as another means of income.
I see a lot of them now. There is nothing wrong in trying out something new, but I felt like this was my calling. I took 2 years to decide if this was for me as a career, not just as like, oh, let me just try it out, just a part-time thing to earn money.
Trying out is one thing, investing in yourself, then trying out is also another thing. But really taking the time to like think it through, getting equipped, and then going for it is all very different. So I think you went with the route which most people should have naturally gone through and not just, I'll give it a try and see how it goes. There's no stakes in it. There's no effort they put in, right? It's always like, if it fails, it fails. I think for you, you did have some level of safety net, but you also had that very progressive and like forward planning of what's going to go. I'm pretty sure like engineer, you took your variables into account. Name one engine. So that obviously came with doubts, making that career change. But what about, you said you had to prove yourself, right? Like you felt the need to not just be one of those other people that were trying things out. What did you do, aside from getting the certifications, but even until now, you're still trying to find ways to progress yourself, right?
Yep.
How does that look like for you from when you made the transition and now? Is there a particular direction you're going in regards to improving yourself?
I make it a point to learn something new every year, like do a certification, regardless if it's online. I try to find a credible one, or I do like the last certification I did was my SNC. It was the Australian SNC certification, which took me like 9 months to finish. It was an online certification, but I had like a theory part to accomplish, and I had like 30 hours of coaching to record and submit to a mentor coach. So I try to do those things where I actually learn, not just sit and answer quizzes and submit it by the end of like a day kind of thing. So that's the knowledge development part. I also ensure that I do good work with my clients because end of the day, they are your walking and talking billboard. And part of my clientele grew because of the referrals I got from the 2 or 3 people I started with. And it's really powerful. So I really make it a point to build really good relationships with my clients. Yes, coaching is coaching, but you need to be a good person regardless of any job you take on.
Yeah. Absolutely. You said you took 9 months to finish your SNC.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that was long or challenging for you?
It was challenging because it was whole different. It was something new for me, something I wanted to explore because I like sports and I had this passion. I've been wanting to train people who are a bit more athletic, people who are recreationally athletic or even professionally athletic. So I just decided to.
You can ask Arvin how long it took for me to finish my SNC.
You all did the highest of the highest.
You know how long it took? The start of our friendship was that class.
Oh man.
That was 2017.
9 years ago.
That was 9 years. When you got your SNC? Last year. Yeah, that's how long it took.
Okay, to be fair, I didn't really apply myself as hard, but when I did. It took me a year, more or less the same time it took you as well. Yeah. But what I can say is that you didn't take it right away, right? You went through your journey, your career, then you took it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that journey also helped you in some ways.
I did a lot of things in between. I had a coach, I had you, and then I had you. And then I went for like workshops, I did like online nutrition programs. And of course, I sat and did my reading. So that's one thing. Sorry, I'm just going to backtrack a little bit when you asked me, like, when did you realize that whatever I was doing in corporate wasn't for me? It was whenever there was a lunch break or my free time, I was on my laptop watching videos on like strength versus hypertrophy, sliding filament theory. So I was so drawn to this side of the world. And I couldn't juggle what I was doing for my work that time and what I wanted to pursue. So I was like, pick one. And
You picked the right one. Look
I
where you are now.
hope.
Look where you are now. It's like on a podcast talking about fitness. So life does lead you to ultimately what you truly want, like deep down. I feel like that's at least for me, like passion is one thing, but if you equip it with discipline and who you are deep down, it's going to lead you to where you need to go.
Passion goes out the door when things get hard.
I got an important question to ask. Like when we talk about trainers, we're talking about credibility. And like, how would you define credibility as a trainer?
Your qualifications? What do people say about you? The people you've worked with? Do you walk the talk? Do you train yourself? Those things.
If that is the case, like, would you be open to being, say for instance, judged by someone like Luke or someone like me about what you do as a job? Like, will you be able to defend your job if someone like me and Luke put you to a test? Would you think that would be a sense of credibility as well?
I would definitely accept criticism for somebody whom I would go for advice to.
Because I think a lot of, like you see, a lot of people do coaching out of, I know how to exercise, I'm good at this, I probably did bodybuilding for a bit, so I think I can teach people exercise. And you'll realize that, and because I've trained many young coaches, okay, so I realized that a lot of them, they think they know what they're doing until you realize you actually don't. And you watch them train other people, and sometimes I cringe looking at how the client is actually doing, like a shoulder press. I know that person is going to come to my clinic one day with a shoulder injury because looking at how it's done. But the thing is, right, I don't think young trainers right now challenge themselves to be mentored. And they think it's a financial burden to be mentored. And I think a lot of the people I train are also coaches, like yourself as well. You're being mentored by someone who has probably done more than you.
Yeah.
And you are probably going to be corrected. And it sometimes is going to bruise your ego. And the thing is, as I told in our previous talk, you got to be willing to look stupid. You got to be willing to be corrected in order for you to learn. So you don't keep repeating this mistake. Because how we got to where we were was by doing those mistakes. And someone at some point correct. And I was corrected as well. My fitness manager back then used to correct me on what I used to do, thinking that I knew what I was doing because I've been in the fitness industry for 3 years now. I probably I read a lot, so I know. I've got certifications, so I know. Just to realize you knew that much.
Yep.
And the thing is, you've never been challenged by someone who knows more to correct whether what you're doing is actually correct and how you're thinking is actually correct.
Yeah.
And good for you, right now you're under legacy. Luke is going to be able to oversee what you're also doing. I don't think I'm talking about micromanaging. I'm just talking about at least someone is going to be like your sounding horn if you go a bit off track or you're not doing things right, or he has a better idea of how you could actually address this. And I think more people should take that opportunity to get someone to mentor you, especially someone with credibility. Someone who's been in the industry long enough, because you want to get the right information from the person as well. At the same time, I would say like sometimes getting coached by someone with experience, it might not be the prettiest thing because they would probably have done things and gained success. Sometimes you see some very advanced athletic coach, they got no certification or whatsoever, but they've gotten 100 different athletes who have succeeded under them. I'm very sure they're doing something right.
Success leaves clues.
So sometimes not everything needs a certification. So I think a lot of younger trainers, much like yourself, should challenge themselves
Call
to
me young.
Calm down, I'm younger. I'll take the compliment here.
to actually be mentored or sometimes be challenged by someone. And I'm not sure if many are doing that.
You can ask her.
It also takes a lot of courage, or I think maybe a sense of humility to admit that you are going to make mistakes and you don't know everything. In fact, the more you know, the more you don't know. And I am not shy to admit if a client comes and asks me something, and if I don't know, I'll say, oh, sorry, this is beyond my scope of knowledge, but can I check with somebody more knowledgeable and get back to you? And they actually appreciate that. And that's why sometimes I think I've sent Arvin some videos of my clients like, I don't know how to correct her. Can you please help me? And he gives me feedback, and It works. Client is happy, I am happy. And you don't lose anything.
I'm genuinely happy when you do those kind of things. I can see that you're thinking. You're thinking and you realize that, okay, this is a bit beyond what I've understood or what you have learned before. And the thing is, this is an opportunity to learn, to see something probably from a different perspective, which is what I think every one of us will appreciate when someone actually highlights to us that we probably weren't seeing it from this angle, or you could have given this cue and it could have been better. And that teachable moment becomes something that will be, like we had a meetup with a bunch of physiotherapists, and we were discussing her injury actually. And being
You need more
someone...
than one person to solve your problem. Huh? You need more than one person
I
to
need
solve
a
your
whole
problem.
team.
Yeah. Team.
A whole team.
A whole team.
A whole team.
Like 6, 7, 8 people.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, when I was talking, when I was in that session, a lot of people were quiet. And the moment I walked in, they became even more quiet. Like everybody is really like scared to ask any questions.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know whether I'll be... And I asked Daniel what's going on. They were really scared apparently when I walked in.
They were physios, right?
Yeah, they were physios. They were scared that I walked in. And the thing is, right, the one that was asking the questions was me. Because I genuinely felt like Daniel at that point knew a bit more than what I knew. And I wanted to know exactly what is he thinking. And that's why I've told Daniel in the past, I know I've studied for 9 years, I've been a doctor for 13 years right now. But the way you are looking at things is something I've never seen before. Like I've never seen someone think in that direction before. And just by learning, taking a glimpse of what he has learned and be willing to be corrected by him actually. When I tell him something, it's like, no, maybe doc, you got to think in this direction. And this is what it actually does, not this. And I was willing to learn. That's why actually I realized, hey, this patient actually has the same problem as that person. And you realize that when they go to Daniel to get it corrected and the patient actually gets better. I didn't have to do anything more than just pointing in the right direction. And then it sorted itself out. And that only happened by me being open to learning. And I'm at this stage of my life already. So what I'm trying to say is, I think as younger trainers, I think being mentored is going to be a very, very good way to actually go forward. And I think that's what Shobana is already doing correctly. Like she's being mentored and she's not scared of asking questions when you don't know something, which will bolster you forward.
We've actually covered that, especially in what Legacy is actually doing between Shobana and myself, is that we have a syllabus and modules that we go through, and they're required to sort of give me homework. Every module has a homework. And so the purpose behind it isn't to test your memory or it's to test your critical thinking, your reasoning. Like there are 3 different ways you can accomplish this objective. Why this? So that's how you get challenged. And when you submit an answer, it doesn't stop there. Even we'll go through the wording, like, okay, how you presented this answer. Maybe you could try rewording it like this, because sometimes it can come off as wrong or even like interpreted wrongly. And it's not like a I'm right, you're wrong kind of thing. It's very much like, okay, this is what I know. These are currently the facts of the matter. You have full like transparency and autonomy to disprove what I'm saying. Can you do it? Because I too want to learn. So it's not like, okay, I know more than you, you're here to learn from me, so what I say is law. No. Yeah. It's like if some of them can actually like, oh, actually I read this study that was published recently that says this is this. So I go through it. And it's like, oh, right, you're right. So cool. Like we both learned something and we developed that way. But for the most part, I think, the mentorship is very important. I found it that I had very good mentors in my past. And that's currently what I try to do with Shobana and the other coaches as well. And not everyone's going to see the value. And that's where the distinction between certification and qualification come into play. Everyone has a piece of paper, doesn't mean you're qualified to do it. Like we had this conversation where people are just chasing certs. They get it, but what are they going to do with it? Have they worked with people? Have they applied it? That's the qualification. So coaches have 100 Olympic athletes, not a single piece of paper. That's qualification. And
there's only so much you can do by doing things alone. This is the reason why I decided to join Legacy as well. Everybody's like, are you moving to Legacy? I was like, no, I still have my own thing, but I'm looking at this as a partnership to help me grow.
So then, how would you describe your coaching style now compared to when you first started?
Coaching style.
More funnier? Less funny?
Do as I say or die.
Do as I say.
I think I was
You want to get slapped in the back or the front?
Do as I say or BSS is there every day.
Is that what you guys tell your clients?
No, just you.
No wonder there's BSS on my program.
It's just you.
It never left the program for many years.
From one matcha to another matcha. Why is it always here? Why did you leave? Why did you stay with the other matcha? You follow through. One day I picked up a call. Hey, you training her? Hey, put it in her.
When I started, I think I was very textbook driven.
That's not a bad thing though.
Yeah, I had to be.
Yeah, it's better you're textbook driven. I don't know, I feel like it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think I also tend to curate my training programs to what I was doing for myself at that time because I believe those things work. But now I tend to be a bit less biased towards what I like, what works for me. I'm not training everybody to be like a powerlifter. Okay. So being a bit more mindful and open to listening to what the client needs as opposed to what I want the client to achieve.
That's how all coaching should be approached. Like remember you're
Yeah.
coaching them. It's what they need, it's not what they want. It's also about what you need and what you want is two different things. So we're going to go off a bit of a tangent here. Sidestep, do you have more male or female clients?
Female.
Very good. So then this next question is right up there. What is one lesson you wish more women understood about strength training, confidence, and really, I would say, taking up the space in the gym?
Okay, I think a lot of women, before they step into the gym, before they take space in the gym, they are waiting to be strong enough, confident enough, lean enough, good enough to be in the gym. Okay, the gym is a male-dominated space, whether we like it or not. It still is. You see more females in the gym now, but there is so much of fear. But they don't understand that confidence comes from showing up in the uncomfortable situations. We all started there. Even I started there. When I first started a gym, I used to take all my dumbbells, go into one corner and do my workout there.
Now you take up the entire corner. Lah.
Yeah, sorry.
Now no one dares to come
Yeah,
in
it's
your
like
corner.
step aside.
Yeah, step aside.
Now I see somebody using a machine. You want to use first? You want to use first? It's okay, I'll do it. I do get people like that.
Really?
Especially when I'm in a client. I get that.
It's like, okay, you're done. It's like, oh, I've almost said, no, you're done. Get out.
Yeah. And I think that's what strength training teaches women, to keep doing the hard stuff repeatedly.
Okay, I thought you were going to say to teach women to like make sure people give it to you first.
No.
The machine. But yeah, that's actually correct. Like showing up is actually what builds the confidence.
Yeah. And unfortunately, whether we like it or not, social media has tied fitness for women to a very aesthetically driven purpose. You go in the gym because you want to get smaller and smaller and smaller. But that's not always.
But do you feel that's still the paradigm we are in right now?
There
like
is-
in 2026?
Yeah. It is.
Just to follow up that, do you feel like you're constantly being judged in the gym for being a female is already being judged already, but being a female and then you're probably deadlifting more than the regular Joe in the gym. But do you feel like everybody's looking at you for that? Or do you feel like someone is looking like, why is she lifting like a man? Do you feel like those questions are still being asked or at least being thought about?
Yes, but I'm not affected by it. I know what I'm doing it for. If they ask, they have doubts, you just answer them accordingly.
So since we're on that, what does success mean to you now compared to before?
Oh, you're asking everybody these tough questions.
Yeah.
It's part of your test, you know.
Testing you.
You know sliding filament theory, this one should be walking about.
Right. That's a good question though.
Success back then, I was in a sales role. So success always looks like closing a deal, meaning
Yes.
Money.
Monetary gains is success.
so for me now, success can be as little as having a client come to the gym and say, hey, I can play tennis again, my elbow doesn't hurt. Thanks to you and Dr. Arvind.
Yeah, see? So like the levels of success always will differ as you progress through your life as a coach,
Yeah.
as a person.
Okay.
Sometimes even like to you, maybe it may not seem like much, but to them being able to play tennis is like they really love the sport. You just gave that joy back to the person, right?
Let's make that question one step tougher. What is success outside of fitness for you?
Let's make it 3 times tougher. What is... Okay, no.
Being self-employed now is having the freedom to make a decision of how my day is going to look like tomorrow. I can take days off, but of course I'm going to feel guilty. Yeah, that is success for me, freedom. Freedom to decide what you're going to do the next day, financial freedom. And also having that satisfaction at the end of the day. Like I have this vision in my head of not what I want to do, but the person I want to become. At the end of the day, I see that I'm getting closer and closer to that vision.
Okay. What is that vision?
I can't tell you, bro.
I can't tell you.
You steal the idea.
Yeah.
What? Nice. How about the opposite? What is someone whom you don't want to become? What is the kind of coach you do not want to become?
The one who sits on social media and dissect other people's methods and ways online.
I don't know. I felt like there was like a subtle, like,
Yeah, I don't want to be that person.
I know like, okay, 10 different people.
But to be honest, I was that person at one point.
How
What,
did it pan
dissecting?
out for you?
I just felt like at some point was like stupid. Like,
Okay.
who are you to judge someone else? I mean, of course, if the person comes out at you and you decide to give back one, then it felt, I don't know, satisfying at that point. Just to realize that no, it wasn't. Because what are you trying to prove? That you're better than the person? You already know you're better than the person. What are you trying to prove then?
And for me, it's more of, rather than taking that time to put somebody down, why don't you use that time to find what's wrong with you? What can you work on yourself and build on that?
Yeah, so exactly. Good that you realized that a lot earlier than me.
Yeah.
Like-
and there is so much you can do. There's so much you have to work on as a person, rather than looking outside.
I think at some point you'll blame algorithm for this. Engagement only happens with conflict.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The more conflict you have, you look at my TikTok views, the ones that are the highest, the one that was actually conflict related. Like pinning it on, or someone did something wrong and then you're trying to correct it, and that gets the biggest engagement.
Yeah.
But yeah, that engagement end, it stops there.
Okay.
Not like this engagement brings you money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
Well,
it doesn't actually bring a lot of
What
money.
is it for you? Does it make you feel good about yourself?
See, that's the next thing.
I don't know, for 10 seconds. And that's about it.
Yeah, so like these people that you see, like, wow, okay, some people genuinely make a career out of it.
Yeah.
Like they actually, they do it in a more, I would say, beneficial sense, because there are really some snake oil salesmen out there, and these people are sort of like going out and making sure other people don't get scammed, things like that. But there are many ways you can go about it. You don't want to be the person that's like, you're disguising it as like, oh, I'm doing a community a favor, but when in fact you're just benefiting yourself, making yourself feel better by putting someone else down.
If you want to be seen as that kind of person, then go ahead. I don't want to be seen as that kind of person.
Exactly.
I don't want to be known for that. I don't want to be remembered for that.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much time, like
Yeah.
to think that, oh wow, you really have so much time. And these are not like people who monetize or make a living. They just comment these random things or like put on their stories like talking down. It's like dude, why you so negative? Why you so sad in your life? There's nothing else to do. Take your time out of your schedule to type a negative comment on someone else's post.
It's literally because you got nothing else to do. lah.
Yeah, that's why like hate is free. That's why people are so good at it, you know?
Good that I think, in that sense, I think Shobana has been always exemplary character. Lah. That
Wow,
is
see,
something
so
else.
many comments already. Oh.
Yeah.
Off the
As
screen,
a
like,
coach, I'm proud of that.
okay.
You want tissue, right?
I want that to be on the highlight
Yeah,
reel, okay?
like keep replaying. It's like she would listen to it before she go to bed. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I truly am. I'm proud of you for that, because I think as a person, as a coach, I think you've been a very exemplary, not only student, I think as a personal coach, I think you have really put yourself out there, try to learn things, better yourself. And I think I see very good values in what I would want the other coaches to do as well. And that's the reason why I've sent her a gazillion clients and teacher, coach, stop sending me people.
Let me breathe.
Yes.
You know, because the thing is, right, being in my field where I am right now, I get a lot of people looking for trainers. Like they ask me, because what I'm creating right now as a doctor in my system is I want to make sure there is a link between me, physical therapists, and personal trainers. And that's why I also send people away to Legacy as well. Because I want to have my clients go to someone I trust. And if there's anything that goes wrong, the trainer is not scared to talk back to me and ask me like this is happening right now. What can I do for this client further? And it's easy to keep these clients in our circuit to make sure that they always, number one, exercising, and they're always safe. No matter what happens, there's always there's the doctor on a standby who knows about this case already. And if there is, then we can always communicate. I can communicate with the trainer and like how can we improve the program. And that should be a good way we should be doing between the medical field and the fitness field. And I think that's what I've spoken about earlier as well, that I want this closed circuit between that. And that's the reason why I actually send it to her and send it to you and send it to a few other trainers that I trust. I mean, depending on where you guys are situated. So I think that is one thing I want to build more and more actually, because I'm running out of names. Because I see 12 people a day, and out of 12, maybe 3 needs a trainer. So I need to meet more trainers, see what more trainers are doing. I want to see good examples because I want to send them the right way. I don't want to send them to some person and that person is doing an utter bad job, and that's not good for me either, right?
You can send me easy clients also. Like the one last one you sent to me, I was just like,
Then you put yourself as level 1. Who asked you to put level 10? So I told Luke, I sent this client, I said, this is a difficult case. And I told her that you cannot be trained by anyone else but Luke. Because I know it's a difficult case.
I passed to Shobana. He said, no. I was like, after he started explaining, like, oh yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
But that's the exact same thing. Like when I sent Shobana told the client to go to Shobana as well, it's like, you don't have to worry. Shobana is a good trainer, but if there's any doubts, she can always come back to me and ask me how do I go about this case. Is there anything else I could do? And which is what we actually
Yeah, we do
actively
that
do.
a lot.
We do that actively because I want that client to start exercising. And of course, I can't do that for the client at this point. And I know someone who could, but I'm always going to be there as a support system. Likewise for your case, yes, I sent you a difficult case, but not that I'm sending you and I'm walking away. I'm always going to be there if you need my help, is to reevaluate, is there anything else we could do for this patient? Then we actually connect and then we reevaluate and see what else we can do better for this client, considering the fact that, some of them are really scared to exercise. And I can't just send them to any trainer and get them to suddenly start asking them to do BSS with a total knee replacement. I need someone who can think outside the box, someone who has the experience to work for them. Plus, you're a physiotherapist yourself. So hence why I felt like this case, you're the one who's going to be able to handle it. And which is what I do with her. So selectively, when I see some clients, I feel like Shobana could handle this, is why I send it to her place. Then she says, sorry, I can't take anymore.
Yeah, no, because it's not that I don't have the time, but I think I've onboarded 3 new clients recently, and I need my mental
No,
capacity
that's
to-
fair enough. I think
Yeah.
as you should know how many you can handle
Yeah.
and how many. There is too much. There is too much, and you don't want to be that. You don't want to be suddenly you have too many clients and you don't even do a proper job with.
Correct.
And the
correct.
quality
With them.
just deteriorates.
Yeah.
Exactly. That
you're-
should not be the case.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. Rapid fire questions. So it's either or. Corporate attire or gym wear forever?
Gym wear,
Early morning clients or evening clients?
early morning,
Barbell, dumbbell or machine?
barbell,
Most underrated exercise?
deadlifts.
Why deadlift though? Most underrated.
I don't know, people always associate deadlifts with injuries.
Okay, fair enough.
So everybody just shy away from it without knowing it can make you a superhero. Okay, go ahead.
Didn't you get injured from deadlifts?
I'm still doing it.
Okay. I was like, okay. Most overrated fitness trend?
Overrated fitness trend. I want to say it, but I don't want to say it.
What is it?
Starts with a, okay.
You suck at
Running
charades
clubs.
lah.
Running clubs.
Really?
One food you'll never give up.
Chicken
hospital
rice.
food.
Chicken rice.
Rice.
Chicken rice.
One word to describe your coaching journey. That's not a word, that's the sound.
Worthwhile.
One goal for 2026.
So many. Wait, narrow down. Narrow it down for me.
Top of the list.
First thing that comes to your head. I'm sure it's something.
To move pain-free.
One thing you're proud of, but don't say out loud enough.
Being on this podcast.
The fact that I think I'm doing quite a bit, but it just doesn't feel enough because I keep pushing the bar higher and higher and higher, and I
Welcome
don't
to
see
the
it
club.
myself.
Welcome to the club.
I don't see it myself.
We literally said word for word what you said just now. Well, all of us share that same common trait, a commonality between us.
It's just
I think that probably is one definition to success.
Or an Indian thing, you never know.
Yeah.
Engineer. Okay, last one to everyone that's listening. And to wrap this up, what is one message that you can say to someone who's afraid of making that career change like you did? One message you can tell them.
You never try, you never know.
Nike logo. Just do it. Just do it. But yeah, you never try, you never know. Are you proud of yourself?
Looking at
Why
where I
you look at
am
him?
today.
I'm asking
No,
you.
I'm looking at where I am today. I think I'm kind of proud.
We are proud of you.
We are
Aw,
proud of you.
thank you.
We are very proud of you. Yeah.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, exactly. First thing that I said, when you want to invite Shobana, he's like, yeah, let's do it. So you see?
Okay, I'm going to need tissues soon. Are we
Okay.
wrapping up?
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. I think it was very fun, very exciting, and very interesting and discoverable, for your journey to see where you came from. Most of us have been there with you through our journey. We're still with you, and to see how far you've come and how far you're going to get to, we're both very excited. Thank you so much for making time for today.
Thank you for having me here. It's definitely an honor to be here.
It
Thanks.
should be.
All right, that's all right.
All right.